So finishing up the information about the initial consultation with your athlete is determining your nutritional goals that your athlete has. I'm a firm believer is give them what they want, but sneak in what they need. And that is where your level of background in understanding the scientific basis of carbohydrates, proteins, fat, water, vitamins are going to be important. So you're looking at short-term, which are action or process-oriented goals. They can be by week. That's a good way to look at. So just something short. How many times per week or each day? What is a person going to do? And then a long-term goal, which is an outcome. So what is the outcome that they wish for? And the short-term goals are the short steps, action steps that they can take to get to that long-term goal. So remember, we don't just become a fast runner by just saying, I want to run fast. You have to train, you have to prepare, you have to eat right, you have to sleep well, and through those short-term action steps, a person can progress to becoming what they want in terms of their performance. So the short-term process or action-oriented goals are going to be important. We also want to make sure that we have goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, that you can measure how the changes are proceeding. We want to give that athlete the reasons why this information is going to be helpful for them, give them important tips that are going to be transferable for them to take and start right away. And by doing that, we can give them samples, information about what a good breakfast might look like, what a good lunch might look like, what some snacks and when they should eat those snacks. Those are all important, healthful eating tips that they can use. You can talk about, if you're instead of this, eat this. Those are always nice when you have an athlete that has certain foods that they want to make a change of. You can give them alternatives. We want to make sure that we have a follow-up visit to summarize, to get kind of a progress, to see if there are any other questions or challenges that the athlete has run into that you can help with. You want to summarize all of the information that you've gone through and allow the athlete to ask questions that are going to help them to be successful. At the next consultation, you are going to make sure that you are determining how the athlete believes their progress is. You can develop a greater detail about how to overcome some of the challenges that they have by giving them tools, and help to build, again, a greater rapport. And as they get to know you more, they'll ask you questions that are perhaps going to be maybe outside of the nutrition analysis, but can be very helpful with understanding how those changes are being reflected in their practice and in their performance. Sometimes a person might come in and just say, hey, can we talk about a couple things? And with that one, you might have just some quick 24-hour recall. What kind of food, what do you typically eat? You can take a look at the my food or my plate. That can be really helpful to look at the way that the food is distributed on the plate. That's always a really great quick analysis. Always know that confidentiality is the most important space that you want to be in with your athlete. Health and medical information is important. The privacy of the athlete is always first and foremost, and you have the HHS website where you can look at what kind of, who has to comply. This is an example of a consent form, and you can have that filled out if there is some information that needs to be shared. But I think the consent form builds that rapport and the safety that the athlete has with you.